are going to touch on Scratch 2.0 again. Remember last year we actually used Scratch to create animations, correct? Characters or sprites moving with different backgrounds, and then there's sounds and movements and also different costumes. Okay, this year we will be focusing on game making. We'll be focusing on game making. So today, Madam Chai will introduce to you how to create games through game making. Okay, so this is one example of a game. All right, the objective of the game is not to let the ping pong ball drop and hit the ground where it's pink in color. That is the objective. All right, so we will try to bounce off the ping pong ball as many times as possible with our paddle. And if we reach 10 points, we will win. Okay, let us start now. Yes, I have reached 10 points, so I win. Now, if I allow the ball to hit the ground where it's pink color, I lose. Okay, so if you look at all these points here, all right, on all the blocks on the right hand side, we will take a look at our tennis ball. There's actually two sprites. One is the paddle, one is the tennis ball, and also one backdrop, that is the stage. Okay, first we look at our tennis ball. All right. Okay, in order to take scores, we must learn how to set the score to 0. So this is under data. Okay, this is how we set the score. We must create a variable. So before this, you will have no variable. All right, when you come to this, you realize that the data is empty. So how should we take scores? We click on make a variable and we type in score. For all sprites, okay. So you see, you get all the different blocks coming up. Set score to 0, change score by 1. Change score by 1, it can be plus, or you can change by -1 or to minus. Okay. So after we set the score to 0, what happens is when I click start on the green flag, the score is set to 0. Okay. If I remove it, you might not be able to see it. All right. Next, I will bring the ball to this position, which is the center position. That's why I selected go to x0, y minus 120. Alright, the next action is I want the ball to bounce all over the place. Correct? I want the ball to move all over the place. So I want the ball to be pointing in different directions, different angles. So we go to motion and we can select point in direction. Okay, we select point in direction here. So point in direction, you can select the different angles, 90, minus 90, 0, and 180, correct? But we want it to be in random directions, all different directions. What can we do? We can go to operators, where operators can help us to pick random numbers. If you can see from here, okay, point in direction, pick random number. This random number would be minus or plus in the x and y direction. So if you see, if I only select 1 to 10, the mouse will only point, the ball will only point in the direction 1 to 10. But if I select minus 40 to 40, the tennis ball will start to point in different directions from minus 40 to 40. Okay, so it will look like this. Can you see the tennis ball rotating and pointing in different directions already? Okay, good. Now next, we want the tennis ball to move. How we want the tennis ball to move? You want the tennis ball to move forever, correct? Move many, many steps. So what is going to happen is, I will drag the forever block out from here, from control. Okay, I will ask the tennis ball to move 20 steps first. But you see, when I move 20 steps, it goes to the edge and it stops there. So I have to go to motion and draw out this if on edge bounce, so that I know that after I move 20 steps, if I reach an edge, I will bounce, correct? Okay, can all of you try this now? Okay, next, I want to set conditions. I want to set conditions for the game. What are the conditions for the game? First condition is, if my tennis ball touch the paddle, it will bounce off, correct? But you see, now I haven't set that condition, so the tennis ball does not move. So when I'm setting on condition, I will have to go to select control and select this if. If something happens, then what will happen? So because touching the paddle is a kind of sensing, right? I sense a motion, I sense a movement. So I click on sensing. Sensing, I will select touching something, okay? Is it touching a mouse pointer? Or is it touching the edge? Or is it touching the paddle? Okay, so from this time, we want to touch the paddle. So we click on if touching the paddle. And then what will happen? What will happen if we touch the paddle? The ball will bounce off again, correct? And I will also get 1 point. I will also get 1 point. So if I touch the paddle, I will change the score by 1. Okay, change the score by 1. Okay, let me try if this works. I don't put a point in different direction. Okay, so you realize that the ball doesn't react yet. Why? Because we are missing one step. We're missing if they touch the paddle, then the ball must change direction. So we will go to motion again, point in direction, and we go to our operators. We pick a random number. So I will put minus 40 to 40. You can try other numbers also and see whether it works at the same time. Okay, now after it touches the paddle, it will change direction, correct? Otherwise, the direction will not change and it will continue to go through the paddle like this. Okay, did the score change by 1? Not yet. How come? Let's check. Okay, delete variable. I think I have too many scores. Let's try again. Okay, it seems like I have too many variables. So I'm going to use this instead. Yes, there you go. Okay, so I get many points, right? But what happens if I miss the ball and the ball hits the ground? What will happen? Nothing has happened. How can we stop the game then? So now we should try the next condition. Okay, the next condition is if I touch the paddle. Okay, if I touch if I touch the ground, I will lose. Okay, if I touch the ground, I will lose. So I go to control again and I select if. That is another condition. I will select if I touch the ground, so I go to sensing, right? So if I touch what? Okay, so this time round, there's a pink color at the bottom, so I select color. Okay, so I select color. So if I touch color, delete. Okay, I need to make sure that I'm selecting this. I'm touching on this. Okay, pink color, then I drag again. Okay, if I touch the pink color, and then what will happen? It will say, you lose. 2 seconds. Okay, can you try that now? Okay, can you do that? All right. Now you realize that you are able to set the condition of the game where the ball lose. But what if I'm so good? I just keep hitting the ball. Just keep hitting the ball. What can I do? What can I do? How can I stop the game? All right. I will have to set another condition. All right. The other condition is if something happens, so I go control again. If my score reaches, let's say 5. Okay. So this is a condition that needs the operators, which is mathematical operators. Okay, math operators. So I will put down this one. If something equals to 5, right? 5. So what equals to 5? My score. Okay, so I have to go to data and I select the word score. So if my score is 5, then what will happen? Can I say you win? Okay, so I selected say you win for 2 seconds. Okay, so let's try again. 1, oh, lose already. Start again. 1, 2, 4, 5. So after I reach 5 points, I say you win for 2 seconds, right? But do you see that the ball will just keep moving? Can you see that? So something is not right because we did not stop the game entirely. Okay, we did not stop the game entirely. We need to go to control and stop the game entirely if I win and if I lose. Sorry, if I lose and if I win. So can you please go and put down stop all after you lose and stop all after you win? So this would be your blocks for this ball to start the game. All right? Let's give it a try. Lose. Win. So after I win already, right, the ball will not move. Okay? Because I'm asked all of the operators to stop already. Okay? Thank you.